Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for HunterxHunter. Episode 76. Whoa! New arc, story, whatever comes next. We have potential Jing stuff. Yeah, and we thought that based on the way they set this up, probably not.
Yeah.
The idea that...
Because that'd be too juicy of a cliffhanger if it was Jing to show his face.
Like, right.
You know.
Right. I think it would have been cool to, if it was Jing, have him show up and be like, you're not supposed to be here. And then they, like, end the episode. And
sure.
Like, they have, but since they didn't show
or
it was,
Gon gives him his fishing pole and he throws it over his shoulder.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I would have liked that. I kind of like the idea of Jing being, like, not a good person, like just not necessarily an evil person, but like kind of like Hohenheim in that he's a really crappy dad.
Yeah,
but like
right, and the idea of like never meet your heroes kind of a thing.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that could clash really well with Gon's optimism and all that.
Yeah, totally. But whoever this character is, we're about to find out. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this episode and see how it goes. Alright guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, no way. I had no idea how to spell Jing before.
Indeed, Gon.
An anagram. Getting some recap here. Yeah, so guys, we had been told that we're not supposed to watch the opening for this one in particular because it's like super spoilery.
Right.
So once the opening starts, we're going to minimize the video.
My best friend in the world.
That's so awesome. I can smell the opening being on its way. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Saw water lapping up on the beach, and that's it.
Yep. But luckily, it's the same song.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how they slightly sing it differently every single time, but it's a general kind of like reinterpretation of the song rather than like completely new.
Yeah.
You know,
because there's nothing more depressing than having this amazing opening. And then they change it, and then you just want to go back to the old opening, and you're, apologizing for all the times that you skipped it before, and you just fly away,
something like that. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually like changed just like occasional words in the opening,
for sure.
Like it's like the full version of the opening has like 3 different versions of the 90-second, part that it just sort of goes through or something like that. Just da 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 da. I'm still seeing Ahsoka be like,
yeah, from the Heavens Arena bit. Oh, that was actually from like the very beginning of the show. That's how the opening was.
But it was still hinting towards Heaven's Arena.
That's true. All right, and bring it up. Yeah. Let's see any of it. They arrive. This very ominous, foggy forest.
It's actually Ahsoka.
So yeah, Gon senses something's off. Or no? We'll just kind of recap, just bring it right up to it. Yeah, the hat doesn't make it seem like it's Jing.
Well, and I'm pretty sure I saw a little bit of white or gray hair.
Oh, really?
But yeah, besides, Jing has way too much hair. That hat would never fit on him.
It could all be inside the hat. You never know.
Sure.
Whoa. Nope, not Jing.
Yeah.
Nope, definitely not. Might be a foe, too. Whoa! Whoa!
Yep. A new test.
What? Huh? Huh? Okay.
Okay, awesome. Ooh.
Bad roll.
Bad roll.
4 is unlucky in Japan. Yep. Wow. Jeez.
It's a big ant.
Yeah. What's going on? It's like he's not trying to kill them, but...
It's another test from Jing to see if...
Yeah,
you know,
it has
Gon's
to be some
strong
kind
enough.
of test, yeah. No, obviously not Jing. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I should hope not. He just tried to kill you.
Yeah, what was that about? You would have been attacked?
What?
Oh. Oh. What the...
Oh.
What the heck?
Okay.
Oh, shoot. That thing's
All right.
serious. Yeah, I guess not. A chimera ant. Oh,
Okay.
it would have, like, possessed him or something. Class 1 quarantine.
Okay.
And you guys just broke quarantine, I guess. Oh my gosh. Huh. So he's a good guy. He's
Okay,
probably a
all right.
hunter or something. Jeez.
That's what happens when you go to places without knowing what the
Yeah.
what the level is there.
I feel like this has happened before. I don't think Gon's ever gotten the deja vu sense.
But he's met this person before in the game.
Probably. Or met them, like... his Hatsu. Probably a conjurer. What?
He remembers who he is?
From when he was a kid. Oh. Gotcha. Oh, it's
Okay.
one of Jing's friends, someone watching out for him, maybe. From when he was little. Okay. He's like, whoa.
He's like, wait a minute, no way.
What the heck? Oh, little Gon's like looking out for the little baby. Huh. Okay. Yep. Friend of
Okay.
Jing's. Old. It's like, yeah. Kite.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. He's gonna tell him some stuff. Okay, I'm getting some ominous vibes here. Some proper ominous vibes. Okay. Oh, oh.
Wow.
What the heck?
Is this a new baddie?
Okay. Call me Kite. Oh, yeah. top class, kind of like the 1-star thing, but he's probably like a 4-star hunter or something. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. So he owes Jing a lot.
Yeah.
Wow, the music's very like happy. This is This is odd.
Showing how like what he thinks of Jing, possibly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We're jumping around quite a bit.
Yeah, where's this?
It's probably Karapika. It's where he was.
That would be
yeah, this is
awesome.
the place where Karapika was. Oh, no. We're going to backstory here for Kite.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is where Jing saves him.
Yeah. Good old Chase.
Whoa!
Okay.
It's one of those, natural abilities where he's subconsciously
Yeah.
using Nen, maybe.
Where there's no way that they should physically be able to actually catch him.
Oh, no way. Dog's his buddy.
His accomplice, yeah.
Yep. Whoa!
Is he like
Wait.
a manipulator that like can influence animals or something?
I don't know. But there's a very real possibility of that.
They give up.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Awesome.
I mean, could they be conjured? Oh, and Jing's noticing his skills, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm loving this so far. This is very interesting. Wait.
Yeah, very mysterious.
Yeah, very mysterious.
Oh.
Wow.
Was the food wasn't even for himself, was it?
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Huh. Huh.
Okay.
Oh. Gotcha. So maybe he just has a good aura and it attracts the animals. He's
Sure.
not actually manipulating them or anything. Ah, gotcha.
Okay. Shadowed him around.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. You're Hatsu? Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh, he is. Oh, he might be.
Or at least in his eyes, probably.
Dang. What the heck?
Okay. Dang. And Gon used Zetsu unconsciously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was looking for Jing at the time. Gotcha. You didn't notice the resemblance?
Okay.
So we did find him. Dang.
Yeah.
So Kite's pretty legit as far as,
Yep.
you know, characters go. Okay. Okay. It's so oddly specific and
Yeah.
kind of quirky of Jing.
Okay.
All according to Jing's Kaikaku, you
Yeah.
could say. What is Jing's deal? How does he set up and kind of maneuver all these people? Huh. Yeah.
Maybe this is what Jing just does to keep himself entertained. Because, like, if he's that smart, you know, this is just...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sure.
Or at least accounting for the general variables.
Right. That makes more sense.
Yeah,
Less
exactly.
so than the
Right.
all that other stuff with Bisky and Sesgura and Genthru. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh.
All right.
Okay. All right, good. So there was no funny business with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's making his head hurt. His simple brain. Yeah. Whoa. But if he's with other people, yeah.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
why would...
Oh. Yeah, there's weird, but then there's also there's also some other things going on here. But that's the thing. It wasn't created to train Killua. Killua is Killua is with Gon. And no, that's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for saying that, Killua. Because what they have is special. That's something that Killua and Gon, that their friendship came about together. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe it.
So how'd you do it?
Yeah, the final stage. Hmm. What? I have no idea what Gon's gonna say. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So this thing.
What?
What
is this thing?
Ew, it's a chimera ant. Yeah,
but like the queen or something.
Yeah, but this is what happens when one gets like
when it's able to eat too much.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh crap! And it's a class 1 like quarantine, whatever that means. That means
because
probably
it can turn into something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bring up the stars again. Ah, gotcha.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, so it's 1, 2, and 3.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And it's based on achievements, not like power levels. So that's really cool in that Jing has done, you know, things to earn the kind of respect of the world, essentially.
Right.
Gotcha. So he's kind of an explorer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Something, something horrible is lurking nearby.
Yep.
Oh, okay. A prologue to unparalleled fear. Oh, shoot.
Okay, I love this. They're making it super, like, mysterious and...
What? It's talking.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, crap. All right. And no ending spoilers either.
Right.
What the heck? Okay, so we have Kite.
Right.
And I like him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's basically
really
like
cool.
He's the herald of the next step of Gon's journey, essentially.
Right.
He's there primarily to be like the new Bisky in a lot of ways. I mean, at the very least, he's probably going to teach them some things, but not necessarily as much as like a Nen teacher.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. I like the idea that he's teaching them things that go beyond Nen. He's teaching them more like little lessons and things like that.
And he's not even really teaching them anything like directly right now.
No. No.
He's more of giving them like prep for what could potentially be an even greater test, you know, actually finding Jing.
Yep.
But right now it seems like he's kind of feels like a long lost friend, you know, that almost fate has brought them together. But they kept claiming that how much of this is Jing's plan. And the more and more you hear, like, Jing having all according to Keikaku and manipulating people to, like, move them around specific, you know, things and stuff. Okay, so we've got a dual story kind of thing going on.
We do.
We have Kite coming in, and he is basically the new main character of the arc,
exactly,
as it were.
Yep.
And then we have, on a somewhat unrelated bit, a chimera ant queen thing that
it wants to give birth to the king.
Right, and it in particular is like gorging itself on whatever it can eat at this point, fish,
right?
So that it can regenerate its energy to give birth to the king.
Yeah,
which now I'm like curious, is Kite at this place with this nest in particular to be in charge of the quarantine? Like in particular, like he is.
Yeah, I'm not
like
sure.
What he's doing is quarantine the chimera ant, because it seems like the way the announcer brought it up was that the narrator was that the ant was pretty far away.
Right.
Like it broke quarantine a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly. So that I don't know, but
yeah. You know what this gives me a vibe of? You're
What?
going to hate me for saying this.
Oh, no.
I kind of hate myself for saying this as well.
Oh, boy.
But this gives me a Cell vibe from Dragon Ball Z.
I don't mind it though. I really like.
Oh, not in a bad way.
Really
I'm just saying that it feels like that. It's some race of beings essentially that when they eat too much, they can become something more.
Evolve or whatever.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Cell was about being perfect in
Yep.
terms of evolution, and this seems like, oh, it was an ant. It's a little thing, and it's like, oh, you don't want to mess with it. It's a serious deal.
Right.
And the way Kite kind of was set up as like, he was worried about them, essentially becoming, something else because of whatever the ants would do
if they
to
were
it.
able to eat them. Yeah.
So he takes them seriously, and Kite is the kind of person who seems like he's got some clout in the story. Like he's not going to be a small character.
Right. The fact, if nothing else, just by his proximity to Jing and the fact that he did manage to find him at some point.
Right. And Jing, we keep getting build up for Jing. Like if you think about the story of HunterxHunter, like the overall story right now, it's a lot of stuff that builds upon the journey for Gon and Killua.
Yes.
I mean, we have points where we focus
an adventure story.
Right, but it's a kind of the discovery adventure story, which if you think about what Jing's character seems to be all about, seems to be about the whole idea about discovery and kind of having his own adventure while also seemingly stringing people along for their adventures at his own behest.
Yeah, it's one of those things
It's very different.
Right, it's very different. It feels like, in Jing's mind, this is basically a treasure hunt, right?
Yeah.
He's making his own treasure hunt, because they're hunters. They, they do these treasure hunts and things like that, or, or whatever it is.
Totally.
And he's basically making the same thing for his son. So in so in his mind, it's probably very much like a gift, kind of a thing to him, right?
Right. He could also, sorry, just quickly insert this in here. He could also essentially be trying to acquire another group of friends, essentially. And his son is just someone who has his lineage, so he thinks, he's got my genes. He could be pretty great. Is basically trying to make better hunters, basically. By using him as maybe he has a little bit of ego. He's like, yeah, of course I'm the greatest hunter, Like if you could find me, you've got some potential, but I want to go beyond that and stuff. I want to make more triple star hunters potentially.
Gotcha. Yeah,
because if there's only 10 and these are the kinds of people that have changed the world in great ways, right? Maybe he's just trying to make the world a better place in a really weird way.
Yeah, by making world changers.
Sure. I like that side of it. That's the positive side of Jing.
Right.
The negative side is that he's a really bad father.
He
I
might be a great hunter and a great
Yes.
teacher of being a hunter.
Right.
But that's not the same thing as being a dad.
He is stringing his son along for almost seemingly the purpose of stringing him along.
Right, because
the end is in itself.
Right, the journey in and of itself is what makes it worth it.
Yeah, and in some ways that probably is great for Gon's development as a hunter.
Right, as far as teachers go, that's probably a fantastic way to do it.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where you always wonder how much does Gon really I think I don't know. This is where we would get back to Gon's character being so different.
Right, exactly. I feel like if he was 3 or 4 years older, he would react very differently to this entire thing. He'd be more like Edward Elric, just being well, crappy dad, and forget about that.
Well, also he never really had his dad around.
Oh, that's true.
So I think also he has a little bit of a, no, I understand Jing, and that's how he is. And he's like, oh, of course, yeah, he would say, go look for, me.
Sure, yeah.
It's the idea where Gon, I think, he does understand some part of Jing, but he always puts it in the positive light to where he probably doesn't assume anything bad about Jing.
Because he can't feel lost for what he never had.
Yeah.
Right.
So it makes Gon as a character very contradictory in a good way. Because I wonder if there was ever a context where Jing manipulated a friend of Gon's, how would Gon respond then? That's where I think this might be a little bit interesting, is that Gon was trying to attribute all this stuff to Jing, and
Killua
at one point,
he's
like, hold on, no way that he made what you and I have together,
right?
Part of his plan.
Yeah,
and I'm
there's
glad.
there's all these dots, and he's trusting that Gon will be able to connect to the take one dot and connect it to the next dot, and then connect it to the next dot.
Right,
but he's not fine-tuned, controlling, puppeteering this.
He's not Aizen, like, this is not
even Aizen was Aizen.
Well, yeah, this is no, serious villainous Keikaku kind of shenanigans.
Exactly.
This is the kind of thing where Gon is having fun, because he's getting challenged, essentially. But he also puts all of this, very specific kind of positive attributes to Jing.
Well, he does. He idolizes him.
He idolizes him, but this is very, very different for an MC who's doing this for a character they've never actually interacted with.
And that's that. Yeah.
And that's the thing where we're like, wait a minute. So how much is Gon being honest with himself, for one, and how much does Gon actually believe this? I think he believes it quite a bit.
I think he totally believes it. I could see it being something where he doesn't, and again, it's the whole, you can't lose what you never had, because he never had a dad. Right. I'm guessing in his mind, he sees Mito-san as she's his parental figure, right?
Right. He doesn't need any.
She's
more
the one who
figures.
nurtured him and helped him grow and all that stuff. And
gotcha.
And that was that. Everything he needed in that sense was encapsulated in her.
Right.
And now Jing is the next step in the journey. To find out where sort of where he came from and all that stuff.
And it shows in a way how alike Gon and Jing are in some ways. In that Gon, is enjoying this. He is actively getting enjoyment out of this. And maybe that's what might actually be the hint that Jing is a little bit on the not so good side. Is that he's actually trying to recreate himself. He knows maybe there was a specific person that did this to Jing, and Jing is trying to recreate this as close as possible.
Well, and that's a bit. I know what you're saying, but that's a negative way to put on it when there could just as easily be a positive way to spin it. Where he looks and says, "This happened to me, and it was one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Sure,
I want to be able to give that to my son."
Totally,
and he'll turn into whoever he ends up choosing to be. But this is probably the best way for him to come into that, And
that's why they're all tests, so that Gon has the opportunity to choose something that Jing would essentially see as that was the wrong thing. It's not like true manipulation where he goes, both options, I'm giving you the illusion of choice.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
It's that Gon many times throughout the story, has probably... if Jing was around to observe this kind of stuff, he would have surpassed his expectations. Be like, wow, Gon did that?
Yeah.
Wow, this is awesome. I have quite the son. That's amazing. And then he goes off and does his own thing.
Right.
That's the thing that maybe just shows more that Jing wasn't, really, ready for the idea of fatherhood. He is so wrapped up in what he's doing that it's just I'm excited for Gon to catch up to me. But I'm not going to slow down for him.
Right.
And that's a way where you could have that, positive side to it, and maybe just a neglectful side to it.
Right. The idea.
That could be it. And just the gist of it.
Yeah. And because I do like the idea of Jing basically thinking, I don't just want to have a son. I want to have a friend, and I want to have, you know, kind of an equal, right?
Right. I want to have a partner.
Yeah, exactly.
And if anything, that's another great point, is that Jing, anytime he's mentioned, he always seems to have connections. He has his friends with Greed Island and stuff. He has Kite, you know, he has all these people that have kind of, you know, passed through his life and stuff.
But at the same time, they've passed through
life.
And
they end up getting left behind for very specific things.
Right.
My thought of them bringing up this world building bit about 1, 2, and 3 star hunters, which I'm guessing it's, you know, that's all there is. Like they're like Jing is like at the highest level in that regard. He is probably with other triple star hunters. That if I were possibly, if I was thinking like Jing is the kind of person who he does attract people in some ways because he's probably the best. He's very famous. He's popular. He's done a lot of crazy things.
He rides a dragon on top of a dragon.
Yeah, exactly. I could see there being more people who are high-level pro hunters, like not necessarily Kite, but like people like Kite, but on a higher fame scale and all that.
Yeah,
being around Jing, especially if his goals, you know, tend to be around exploring and stuff.
Right. Yeah, and that's one of the,
because he was archaeology focused. Like I remember they brought that up, and we immediately thought back. Yeah, we immediately thought back then that made him a bad guy because anytime you deal with
you were like, okay, hold on, Jacob.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But now I'm thinking about it, and what if there's a tie-in here between him digging up old things and these chimera ants? Because see, my thing is here, I see 2 stories.
Okay.
The chimera ants right now are only really connected because Jing killed one and he was by a nest. But they could totally... What?
Not Jing.
Sorry, did I say Jing? I meant to say Kite. Yeah. Sorry, guys. That Kite was by the nest, and he said they're under Class 1A, Class 1 quarantine or whatever.
Not extermination, quarantine.
That's true. Probably because you don't want to just kill them because they're a rare thing or what have you.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was no direct thing that said that the ant that was in the cave came from this nest. It could be that there are multiple nests in this forest.
Sure.
And one just happened to get away.
Yep.
But I'm wondering if the reason why Jing's friend was sitting here, we might find it out like literally in the next episode why he was particularly just sitting here. Like he might have been just fishing and he was like, oh yeah, I can like, you know, make sure that nothing walks out of this nest and stuff.
Right.
Even though there might be a nen field like 60 feet that way that like is literally keeping them in here, and he just knows that none of them are going to get me because I'm a pro hunter,
right? And
then some kids show up. He's like, kids, what are you doing here? This is a quarantine zone. But I want to see if we can find a connection potentially within like the next few episodes between the Jing Kite story and the chimera ants, because I would be surprised if they were mutually exclusive.
Right. I'm really glad, though, that they made it something that's super clear of, like, you know, ominous foreboding, like literally saying this is the prologue to some unspeakable horror or whatever.
Yeah.
Because the main issue I had with the bomber as a villain, because I loved how they resolved that whole bomber fight and everything.
Yeah.
But I felt like they didn't build
it
up enough in a way that made me really care about it, because it wasn't connected to the characters, and because they made it instead be connected to other characters that I didn't care about, I didn't care about it as much. But because
the connection back to Gon and Killua was weak.
Right. But because they basically are being upfront with that here and saying, yes
there's almost no connection.
There's almost no connection.
Yeah.
But beware, right?
Because there is going to be something that brings this into the forefront.
Right. That makes me excited because that basically says, we know that this blank space here where you would like there to be a connection to our main characters, we know that there's not one really there yet.
Right.
Don't worry. We got this. You know. And that's very comforting to see in a story.
Yeah,
where basically the one question that you had is like literally brought up.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking about the chimera ant thing, and if this one was a queen, but she's doing this to give birth to a king.
Right.
Now, here's where things get a little bit complicated, I think. If she's a queen, she needs to be
Impregnated,
essentially.
or she already has been.
But that's the thing, is that the thing that's scary, I think, about the ants. Why would you quarantine something that needs a, well, okay. Here's the thing. I get the vibe.
Yeah.
That the queen in particular doesn't need the king to make more.
Right.
She needs energy in order to make him.
Right. Yep.
What does the king do if the queen is basically just there to make the king?
I get the feeling the king might eat the queen.
Yeah. In a lot of weird kind of bug relationships and stuff, the stronger one will eat the weaker one.
Yep.
So I get this as more of a thing of a chain of evolution, not necessarily a reproduction thing. Because when we saw the other ants, or at least we saw one, it was just a little ant. It had like the weird colors and stuff on it. But I'm guessing that in the nest, they're casually going about reproducing and stuff there, and they doing their thing there.
And after they're grown, they, in that small, regular, more or less regular state, they have to consume things in order to get bigger, and then at that point they can maybe give birth to, ground zero, the next stage of evolution.
Exactly. So I'm going to go on a little bit of a stretch here.
Okay.
HunterxHunter is ultimately a show of discovery and kind of building up an adventure.
Yeah.
But they brought up a quarantine. Quarantine.
Means there's probably going to be an outbreak?
Means there's going to be an outbreak. Like, almost guaranteed going to be an outbreak.
It could just be the queen, though. The queen could be the outbreak.
But they said unparalleled horror.
Right. I got the feeling that was the king they were talking about.
Yes. That's my point. That's my point.
The queen isn't actually...
The queen is a stepping stone for the king.
The queen is not what we need to be scared of.
No.
What's coming next is much, much worse.
Right. When I think of unparalleled horror, I think of like world-ending consequences. And one of the things that HunterxHunter has cleverly not done in the story yet is had anything where like
the world is
ending, where the world is in danger, where it's like we have a DEFCON 1 level threat.
Right.
In almost everything, they've kept it very character-focused and such. What happens when HunterxHunter flexes its muscles and decides...
It says, this world we've been showing all this stuff?
Yeah.
We're going to put
everything at risk. Yeah. And I'm going to like really go depth into the crackpot theories here. The only way this whole thing could be connected back to Jing.
Okay.
The only way this whole thing could be connected back to Jing... You want me to say the crazy, stupid thing here?
Go for it. I'm ready.
All right. What is the reason for why this ant, species or what have you, gets bigger like that?
They eat stuff.
Will they never explain it? Have you seen HunterxHunter be the type of show that doesn't explain things?
Yeah.
What if this is a created species with Nen?
Well, okay, yeah. I one of the things that I got the feeling was that when they said king, right? I also had kind of this cell vibe or whatever. So what I thought is that basically, okay, this king, it's not going to just look like the queen. And with this awesome power system that they've built up, right? The way to make it truly terrifying would be if it had some sort of connections to Net. Yep.
So my thing I'm freaking out about is when Cell in particular got the got to his next stages of evolving and stuff like that, he would consume other people's DNA.
Right.
And he would get their stuff, essentially.
Right.
What if
you're saying we've got a Darth Nihilus on our hands?
We've got some
that's
like
going to hunt like Nen users or something, and yeah.
So it might not be that they were created with Nen. The other connection bit could be that Jing unearthed them.
Sure.
Because he's an archaeologist, and then he's like, "Oh, I goofed up. I'm out of here."
Right.
And then he left it to other people to fix, like Kite, potentially.
Yeah. And it could also be that Nen is just like the grade A food source for them.
Oh.
Like if they feed off
like Aura being like an energy of sorts that would
Exactly.
be like, ooh, this is good
like
food versus
steroids.
like
Yeah.
it's like higher nutrient dense food.
Exactly.
Ooh,
because they were
okay.
talking about how
Okay.
the fish aren't enough, and you could say that humans are better because they're bigger or whatever.
Right.
But what would make humans potentially really good?
Yeah.
They can draw, strength from their nen. So, and that could end up really creating, if you've got a king ant or whatever that's souped up on dead nen users.
We have a problem.
That could
Houston,
be a
we
slight
have a
issue.
problem.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that I can feel the like intensity coming up. Like the way they did
The tracking shot
the
through
tracking shot through the
tunnels in the
cave.
Yeah. Yep, that was really good.
the choice to have this bug thing have a voice so early.
Yeah.
This means more than just the like
Right. This means more than just some sort of like tentacle monster, goo, paste, whatever.
dark
stuff.
creature or what have you.
Yeah.
It's huge. So yeah. I don't really have anything else to say without just wild speculation at this point. But I'm like,
neither.
I've got this like this is going to be big.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It is indeed.
Yeah. Anything else you want to speculate on or theorize or?
Not really, but props to them for a way to basically have the figure not actually be Jing, but not do something
Sure.
that would just be expected, like they could have done.
Totally.
Because we saw coming that it's not going to be Jing, right? Like
We also did guess that it was one of Jing's friends, though, so it was actually kind of predictable.
right? Well, yeah, but that's just because there's the tie-in of they were with Gon and Greed Island. So
yes.
So that and the fact that they do have the anagram for Jing's name means that he's connected them probably somehow. But the fact
Sure.
that like they made it be something where it wasn't an immediate like, I've been waiting for you, and now I will test your techniques. We must fight, or
Oh yeah,
something
yeah.
like
But
that.
that has never happened with this whole journey with Jing. The only time that happened was the box that led them to Greed Island, and that
Well,
wasn't even delivered.
There was also Razor.
Oh, Razor. Okay, but Razor didn't come out and just say that. Like it took it, he
that's
he
true,
was
yeah.
he was like playing. He's like, they're playing the game. I'm just gonna play the
and
game
then,
with
and
them.
then he's like, oh, this is Gon. Oh, okay, I'll make sure not to go easy on him. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It was
Right.
after Gon had succeeded and Razor had not killed him.
Right.
Because that was the thing. Jing didn't say, don't kill him, he's my son. He was like, don't get cocky, he's my son.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you can try, but like...
But once he makes it this far, he'll probably be able to take care of himself.
Right, or who knows. But yeah, anyway, I'm excited. This is going to be awesome.
This is gonna be pretty
so you guys, if you want to see the next 2 episodes reactions right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access, and you get all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or what have you. And yeah, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all next time.